So you got yourself an old bike that was really cool, but it looks like crap. A little bit like this one. Now, I'm not an expert at this stuff by any means. I didn't write a book or anything, but I have been doing this since I was 9 years old, and I'm 31 now. I got this GT Preformer off Craigslist for like 20 bucks, man, and it's one of the bikes that I always wanted when I was a kid, but I could never afford it. It's got the Pitbull Odyssey Pitbull brakes, the Bulldog front brakes. You know, it's got the 44 tooth aluminum cut disc. That's when they first started having those little machines that you just program to do your stuff for you. And it's got the 175 millimeter one-piece crank. That's what we always wanted because it provides the most torque and power off the line for you. Things have changed nowadays, but so you can see how rusted it is right here. Now, if you look at the top here, though, getting the light a little better, you can see this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like after not stripping it with anything too horrible, but you take a razor blade on it, and it's just as if you were cleaning glass. Just want to go back and forth, and just kind of gentle. Don't want to try to gouge or let the blade catch in. And you just keep working at it. And what you're doing is you're just pulling the really heavy stuff off that's just the result of years of neglect and sitting outside, right? So that's where we got that part going on right there. The other part of this process you might have to make another clip of until I find some of it and show you what the possibilities are. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So I found what I was looking for. It's basically steel wool, a real simple product. So you have to make sure you get the steel wool that says that has 4 zeros. That's the very fine. It's the only thing that will actually polish this old chrome and will bring it up to a mirror shine again if it's not pitted or gone too far without scratching the chrome and leaving a bunch of marks. So here, as you can see, the part that I just scraped with the razor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce my foot so I can do this one-handed. Now watch. Now on metal like this that's gone too far and it's past the chrome polish, like for instance on the crank, what it's going to do, if you can get a focus, there we go. Now it's not rusted, but that's where it's raw steel color. Basically the chrome's gone, taking all the rust back down all the way. You know, without getting it redipped, there's not much you can do about this. But what you can do is keep your bike clean and polished, you know, as if you would do your car or anything else that's spent some time outside in the grime, and it'll be a while before you have to go clean that back off again. So I'm sitting here and I'm cleaning on this crank. You see I've got it looking a lot less rust-free than it used to. It's almost going to appear to be metal again and not completely made out of rust. But something I wanted to show you on a quick note. On the bearing races, anytime you get something like this, you can see a little chip right there. This one is particularly old and worn out. Let me see if I can find. There's a groove that's worn in here. I know it's really hard to see. But yeah, there is a groove worn in here, and there's some chips out of the metal. At this point, you don't want to reuse that part. You actually probably most likely want to go down to your local bike shop and get your replacement bearings and races. I'm sure whenever I clean these cups out, they're going to be just as bad. I just wanted to show you a little bit what some damage would look like if you got into that situation here. And like I said, we're going to be going through, if I find out more odds and ends and tips and stuff, I'll be sure to put a little clips of them in the vid. Well, I got the crank clean. As you can see, It's got some chips in it. See them big old bad boys in there? But it's a lot better off and it's a lot cleaner than it was. Disc clean, bearings, bearing cups clean. You know I'm going to replace. The bearings are okay, but the bearing cups I'm going to replace. Because when I showed you the little technique that I did, it didn't show up so well on the Craigslist. I'm going to show it to you again on the frame. You see that's some frame I've already cleaned up a little bit in there. But if you get out of the glare, you can see the big, nasty, ugly chunks of rust right there that needs to be cleaned up. So just, like I said, just take your razor blade and you're going to go over it real gently, lightly, as if you were shaving. Because all you're doing is trying to cut the rust off the top of the surface without chipping into the chrome. Get your really fine steel wool. Get to town, man. I mean, you're going to see a little bit of fuzziness. Still going to see little surface marks. But I mean, you got to remember this bike I found out is from 1994, which is going to make it, what is that? 15, 17 years old. Let's see, no, 16, 17 years old. Alright, so for 17-year-old chrome that had gone to shit and rusted completely away, I don't think that's too bad considering it looked like that. Now it looks like that. So we're going to show you some more spots as I get along. We're also going to have to recondition the pit bull brakes, change the cables, and we got some other stuff to clean out before we get it back together. Man, so I'm exhausted. I've been scrubbing on this thing for damn near 2 days now. I finally got it to a point. It's got some shine to it. Even in the really, really, really bad spots in there. New tires, new chain, everything's cleaned up, going back together. I still got to rebuild the Odyssey pit bull brakes, so that'll be coming up after I get it the rest of the way assembled, at least where it rides. I can mess with all the wires and get everything into place. And now we have the whole thing put together. It's not as shiny as it could be. I've already been riding it. It's been a couple of days since I got it together. One of the regrets is when I pulled the seat stem out, there was some metal that was catching somewhere on the seat post, so I've got these gouges in my GT lean back seat posts. Original GT plastic seat, original GT neck, chain ring, original crank, even the original GT pedals, GT mags. Now when I got this bike, it had the old gum wall tires. They actually said GT as tread. But anybody who was 15 when this bike came out remembers that. GT forks. What do we got? GT handlebars, GT neck, and then it's all Odyssey brakes. Let's see, we got Bulldog in the front. Let's see if I can get you a good shot of these Odyssey pit bulls in the back. They're already getting dirty. As you can see, I got them working again. They actually release. That was the biggest problem when we were 15, was the brakes would get gummed up with dirt and no one knew how to clean them right. And so basically what you would get is the brake would shut, lock up, clamp down, but they wouldn't let go. And you see I had to get some new tires, some real basic tires, and new chain. But anyways, so from the other videos, y'all remember, or not the other videos, from the beginning of this video I should say, y'all actually, there's some gouges, remember how bad in shape that this bike was. Now you can see, looks really good. Not quite, like it was in its glory day, but it's not sitting in someone's backyard anymore, rusting to shit. It's all polished and clean, and it's going to get rode a lot by me. So anyhow, Rex was a Texan out of New Orleans, and well, I love restoration.